So I'm here with Wayne Barnes, full-time referee for the RFU. You've got 2 kids. What's your parenting joys? What are your parenting struggles?
I've 2 kids, a daughter of 3 and a boy of 1. And I've grown up with rugby. I come from the Forest of Dean back in Gloucestershire and loved my experience with rugby. And I want my kids to play rugby too. And I think that's one of the reasons why I want my kids to play rugby, and I think why a lot of people want to get involved with rugby, why sponsors want to get involved in rugby, is because of the values. And we all love comparing it with other games and saying how good our game is in comparison to other sports. But I think we've all got roles to play in that then, if that's what we want our game to look like. And not just me on a Saturday afternoon blowing my whistle and telling players to respect each other. It's the players actually respecting each other and helping each other up when a player's injured, or telling the ref the player's injured, stop the game. It's not rubbing someone's head in the dirt after they've dropped the ball. Coaches have got a role to play as well by not running up and down the touchline screaming at the players or screaming at the referee. It's about trying to encourage and understand that referees make mistakes, just like their players make mistakes. But also parents have a role to play in that as well. If you're on a sideline effing and jeffing or screaming and shouting at a referee, then that encourages the players to behave in the same way. So if we want to keep the values as they are, which I definitely do, that's what the game I want my children to play as they grow up, we've all got a role to play. So that's referees, that's players, that's coaches, that's parents.
Brilliant. So a kid goes home playing at an academy or a high level school game and they feel robbed by the ref. What kind of way would you encourage parents to shape that conversation after a kid's made that comment?
Yeah, it's interesting. I had this chat with Dean Ryan a few years ago, the ex-Gloucester coach, director of rugby, who's always gave referees a bit of a hard time. Involved in thousands of games in his time as a player and a coach. And he said to me, now I've stepped away from actual being a director of rugby, I've reflected, and he said he thinks only once in his whole career did the referee have a direct effect on the game. Once in thousands and thousands of games, which to me said a lot. Now, I'm an England fan, I love sitting in Twickenham Stadium and watching and giving the referee a bit of encouragement at times. But we've got to accept that referees will make mistakes, just like, the fly half will drop a ball, miss a kick of goal, or the prop will lose his binding and go to the floor, or the hooker will miss a throw-in. So if we accept that the referee's going to make mistakes, there'll always be honest mistakes. Never met a referee yet who's gone out and deliberately got something wrong. Then we can start understanding how and why we might feel like that. So why not just say, well, why did he get it wrong? What can you do to make sure that he didn't get it wrong again? Now, for example, if it's a forward pass, why not pass the ball a bit more backwards? Why not, if it's, well, he penalised me for not rolling away and I couldn't roll away, well, why not roll on that side? There's always ways of taking the referee at the game, and the work I do with the England senior team is all about taking the referee at the game. Now, as a coach or as a player, you can definitely do something to help that.
You really enjoy your reffing, you enjoy playing. For some of the lads and girls as they go up through academy pathway and through elite rugby at school, their dream of being a player at that level might not come to fruition. Why would you encourage them to start thinking about reffing, even if they do perceive as a good player?
I would have loved to have been out here as a player, representing my academy and representing my region, and then moving on to maybe wearing the Premiership shirt or even the England shirt. I would have loved to, but I wasn't good enough, and I got injured, and a series of events got me into refereeing, and I thought, well, I'm quite enjoying this. I'm getting to travel quite a bit, getting to work with some of the best players in the Premiership and some of the best coaches. So I get that it's not the best kind of out of 3 playing, coaching and refereeing, but it's one that's active on the pitch. It's one where I'm still working, 10 years into the Premiership, still working with those top class players. I'm in a bit more control than the coaches on match day. Now, as I said, players should play for as long as they can, but if there's a reason why you think, well, I might fancy a different challenge. Carl Dixon this year, a great example, give up playing for Harlequins, all of a sudden refereeing the Premiership. That's the season after he's finished. So there are those opportunities to progress quickly. But also, what about just learning the laws a bit better? We saw on the weekend a great example in Munster versus Toulon of a number 9 who knew the laws inside out, scored a try, and they won the match by a point. So improve yourself, better yourself, and learning the laws might be a way of that. And then you might actually think, well, I'll give running around on a Wednesday afternoon a go. You might be playing on a Saturday. Why not referee some of your university matches or some of your school matches, just to stay involved in the game, get a different aspect of it.
Brilliant, excellent. Thank you, Wayne. Really appreciate your time.